Hi, this is Embroidery Professionals in Deerfield, Wisconsin. We're going to show you how a job progresses through the embroidery decoration process. All artwork shown belongs to the copyright owners. This shows the original artwork we received from our customer. They have chosen not to represent the shading of the circles in the embroidery. We take the artwork and with our software, we create a stitch file. This process is called digitizing. The stitch file will tell the embroidery machine where to make each needle penetration, what color, and which order it stitches out. Here's a second design that will be put onto this shirt. Here's a computer generation of what the sewn design will look like. This is how it looks when we are setting up the design on our computer screen. The file will be saved onto the hard drive of the computer and onto a floppy disk. The floppy disk gets loaded into a slot in the embroidery machine, which reads and saves the file in its internal memory. We set up the hooping station to hoop the item. The backing is held in place with magnets. The shirt is put onto the hooping station and lined up, so when it's sewn, it falls onto the body correctly. It needs to be straight, not too low or too high. It needs to be in the middle of the chest, not under the armpit, and so on. Here we're lining up the pocket with the hoop. Now it's all set to sew. The hoop is attached to the machine. It's attached to the arms on the sides of the stitching area. Then the design sews out. Next, we remove the hoop. Here you can see the little jump stitches that we need to trim. We use a clipper to trim all the threads that need trimming. On the back of the fabric, you can see the backing waiting to be removed. Here it is after removal. In this case, we used a tearaway backing because the apparel has very little stretchiness, so we were just able to tear it away. Cutaway backings are used for items that have stretch. In that case, you'd have to cut the backing close to the stitching with the scissors. Here's our finished shirt. Here's a close-up of the design, finished and ready to wear. Here we sewed onto the sleeve for our customer. We can place designs pretty much anywhere that we can hoop. This is a close-up of the design sewn out. That's the whole process, start to finish. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch.